Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Gems of Knowledge. Today I am here with another video on the topic data handling of class 8. Okay, so before starting the video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also click the bell button to get the notification as soon as I post my new videos. So in this video we are going to study what are the types of graph. Okay, so here basically 3 types of graphs have been given here. So let us study it one by one. Okay, so what do you mean by pictograph now? So what is pictograph? Just see, pictorial representation of data using symbols. They have given pictorial representation of data using symbols is nothing but the pictograph. So what is pictograph? The graph which is shown in the form of a pictures, or else we can say in the form of symbols. That type of graph, that type of graph is known as pictograph. Okay, so you can see below in your textbook they have given you the months here, July, August, September, and here they have given the pictures of the car. Okay, and here they have written one more thing, that is 1 car is equals to 100 cars. Okay, here they have told us that one symbol stands for 100 cars. Okay, so just we have to count it. So one symbol is means it is 100 cars, 200 cars, and this is half. Half in the sense we can write 50. Half of 100 is nothing but 50. So 100 plus 50 we are getting nothing but 250. Similarly here 100, 200 and 300. This is 300. Next, September. They have shown us 4 cars. Okay, so it means this is 100, 200, 300 and here it is 400. So here we can write it that it is having 400. Here the number of cars is nothing but 400. They are having, in the month of September, they are having 400 cars. Okay, so below this few questions have been asked. You can see here, how many cars were produced in the month of July? They are asking in the month of July how many cars were produced. So we can write the answer as 250. Okay, you can see here 250. Then, in which month were maximum number of cars produced? So, in which month among this maximum number of cars were produced? So, here we can write the answer as 400. Okay? Okay, moving to the second one, there they have told us the second one is a bar graph. So, now what is a bar graph? A display of information using bars of uniform width. Okay, they have told us the display of information, the information is shown, this is nothing but called as bar graph. Here you can see the information is shown here using bars of uniform width. You can see this bars, these are called as bars. Okay, so this is having the uniform width, it is having equal width, their heights being proportional to the respective values, and their heights are according to their respective values. This is nothing but called as bar graph. Okay, so you can see the example which is given here. Here on the y-axis you can see they have given us number of students in class 8th. Okay, so here there are the number of students in class 8th, and here they have given the years. Okay, academic years. So it is in the year 2003 to 2004 there were how many students? 100 students in class 8th. Similarly in 2004 and 5 there were 200 students in class 8th. You can see the height. Okay, this height shows how many number here? 200. So it means there were 200 students in this year. Okay, then 2005 and 6. Here you can see this is in between. Okay, sorry, this is on 250. So it means there were 250 students in the year 2005 and 2006. Similarly 2006 and 2007. So you can see this is moving somewhere here. Okay, so you can write. Okay, you can see in the next 2006 to 2007. This is given on the line 300. Okay, so there were how many students? 300 students in class 8th in the particular year 2006 and 7. Next you can see 2007 and 2008 there were how many students? 350 students. Okay, now below this some questions have been asked, you can see here. Okay, so according to this question, what is the information given by the bar graph? So what is the information which is given here? So you can write here, number of students in class 8th was given in particular academic years. Okay, in particular academic years you can write number of students in class 8th was measured. So you can write the answer like this. Okay, next, in which year is the increase in number of students maximum? Okay, so in which year you can see there is a sudden increase of the number of students to maximum level. So after this you can see there is sudden increase to, you can see the increasing height here. Here there is not that much height, but here you can see there is a sudden increase in the students number. Okay, so you can write in the year 2004 and 2005 there is an increase in number of students to a maximum level. Okay, here you can write the answer as 2004 and 2005. Okay, next, in which year is the number of students maximum? So in which year we can see the maximum number of students? That is nothing but 2007 and 2008. Okay, next, state whether true or false. Fourth one is state, we have to state whether it is true or false. The number of students during 2005 to 2006 is twice that of 2003 to 2004. So you can see here how many number of students are here? 250. Okay, so we have to see whether this number is twice of this number or what. Here they have given 100. So what is the twice of 100? That is nothing but 200. But here they have given 250. So we can say that this statement is false. Okay. Okay, then moving to the third one, you can see here they have given the third one is double bar graph. Okay, so what is double bar graph? You can see here two bars are being given. So this particular graph shows us the double bar graph. So a bar graph showing two sets of data simultaneously. Okay, this is the set of graph which is showing two different set of data together simultaneously. It is useful for the comparison of data. So this type is very useful in the case of when we are going to compare two types of data. Okay, so here you can see marks obtained by a student. A particular student's marks we are considering here in the year 2005 to 6 and even in the year 2006 to 7. Okay, so this black line, okay, this black dot as well as this black line shows us the data presented in the year of 2006 of that particular student. Okay, and that particular student's performance in 2005 to 6 is given by white dot here. It means the white bars shows us the performance of that particular student in the year 2005 to 6. Okay, so subjects have been given here on the x-axis and on the y-axis marks obtained is been given. Okay, so what is the information given by the double bar graph? So the first question here asked is, what is the information given in this double bar graph? So here we can write, here they have given us the marks obtained by a student. Okay, marks obtained by the student in 2 years. Okay, in 2 years, that is 2005 to 6 as well as 2006 to 7. Or else we can even say that here the comparison between the marks obtained by a student in the 2 years is given. So directly we will write comparison between marks obtained by a student in 2 years is given. Okay, So here they have given us the comparison between the marks obtained by a particular student in all the subjects in 2 years. Okay. So in which subject has the performance improved the most? Okay. So you have to write which is the subject in which the student's performance has been improved to the most level. So here you can see in maths in 2005 and 6, okay, the level was 30. The marks obtained was 30, but now in the 2006 to 7, the marks obtained is totally double of that. It means it has reached to 60. So here you can write the answer as maths. Next, in which subject has the performance deteriorated? Okay, it means in which subject the performance is very less. Okay, so you can say here it is English. You can see in English subject first in 2005 to 6 it was the level was increased, but in 2006 to 7 the level is decreased, that is deteriorated. Okay, in which subject the performance at par? You can see here the performance here it is at par. So you can write here the subject name as Hindi. Okay. So I hope you have understood this part, these examples. So on these 3 topics we are going to solve some of the questions. Okay. So let us see those questions which is from your textbook. So you can see here from the try this part of your textbook. It is on page number 19 as you can see here. Okay. So let us solve these questions. Okay. So let us see the first one question here. Try this. So what is given here? Draw an appropriate graph to represent the given below information. Okay. Here 3 graphs have been given. 3 information have been given. We have to draw an appropriate graph. Okay. To this questions. So first one is given here. Here months has been given. July, August, September, October, November and December. And the number of watches sold in that particular month is been given. Okay, so we have to draw a graph to represent this data. So you can see I have made a graph ready here. So this axis is nothing but x axis and this is nothing but y axis. So here I have wrote number of watches sold. So this is number of watches sold. Okay, this is in increasing order like this. Okay, whereas here I have to write the month's name. Okay, so in the first one let me write here it is July. So we have to leave this 1 centimeter gap and we have to use this one for July. Then again we will leave this part and we will use here as August. Again 1 column we have to leave and we will write for September. Then again 1 column we have to leave and we have to write it for October. Similarly here we have to leave and write November, and then again we have to leave and here we have to write it as December. Okay. So now let us mark it. For July we are having the value still 1000. Okay, here you can see for July we are having 1000. Okay. Then for the August we are having the value up to here 1500. You can see here 1500. Then for the September we are having again 1500. Okay. Then for the October we are having 2000, which is here. You can see 2000 is here and in the month of October. Okay. Then for the November month we are having 2500 in the November month. So here it will be. And for the December we are having again 1500, which will be here. Okay, you can see 1500 is here. Okay, you can see 1500 is here and the December month is here. Now what we have to do? We have to draw the bar. So this is actually a bar graph. Okay, you have to use your scales in drawing this. neglect my lines as it is not straight. You have to use your scales in drawing this. This is just a sample question which I am showing you roughly. Okay, so this is the particular graph of this one. Okay. Okay, you can see for the next one here, second one, they have given as children who prefer school A, school B and school C. 3 schools have been given, and children who prefer walking and cycling is given. Okay, so in school A, the children who prefer walking are 40 students, and who prefer cycling is 45 students. In school B, the walking is preferred by 55 students and cycling is preferred by 25 students. Similarly, in school C, walking is preferred by 15 students and cycling is preferred by 35 students. So here comparison between cycling and walking is been given. So we need to draw a double bar graph here. Okay, so basic things what we need to do is, I have done it, I have completed it here. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. So here what we have taken is children who prefer cycling and walking. Okay, so we can write here children who prefer cycling and walking. Okay, so here we can write school A, school B and school C. Okay, so here we can see here, first let us see, first let me mark here, this white circle is given for walking, whereas this black circle with strips will be given for cycling. Okay, so let us mark in school A, we have to leave one this, and we have to mark in school A, walking is preferred by how many students? 40 students. So we have to mark it here. This first column shows that school A is preferring how many students for walking? It is 40 students. Similarly, the same school is preferring 45 students for cycling. So 45 comes somewhere between 40 and 50. So we have to mark in between. So we have to continue with this graph like this. Okay, and this must be marked by strips to show that it is nothing but let me repeat once more, use your scales here. Okay, this shows, this part shows us nothing but the cycling part, whereas this part shows us the walking part. This is of the school A. Okay, then again we have to leave one more centimeter here, and we have to start with this for school B. School B is preferring how many students? 55 students. So 55 comes between 50 to 60, somewhere here in between. Okay, so this line shows us that it is having how many? Okay, so this is showing us, this line shows us that walking is preferred by how many students? 55 students. Okay, then the same school is preferring cycling by 25 students. So we have to mark 25 somewhere here, which is between 20 to 30 somewhere here, and this part is shown for cycling. Okay, mark with the strips. Okay, this is nothing but school B. Okay, next similarly we have to do for school C. Again we have to leave one more centimeter here, and we have to start here. School B, you can see walking is preferred by how many students? 15 students. So 15 comes somewhere between here. between this 10 and 20. Okay, in the center. Okay. Okay. Then again we can see here cycling is preferred by 35 students in school C. So 35 again it comes between here, between 30 and 40. Okay, again we have to cross here. Okay, this is nothing but shows school C. Okay, this is the graph, double bar graph for this question. Okay. Okay, so here you can see the last one more question is given. Percentage wins in ODI by 8 top cricket teams. Okay, so here they have given top 8 cricket teams name they have given, and from championship to World Cup they have taken this much of percentages, and in the last ODIs they have taken this type of percentage. So we have to compare both the datas here. It means we have to draw here double bar graph. Okay, so let us see how to draw this double bar graph in a graph sheet. Okay, so you can see a graph sheet here. Here I have written percentages, so you can write here percentage wins. Okay, then here I have taken teams names, so here we have to write teams. Okay, so let us see the percentages here. So in the first case you can see here from championship to World Cup, you can see South Africa has taken how many percentage? 75%. So here you have to draw you have to leave one of this column and you have to draw the 75 here. So 75 you will get somewhere here. Okay, and you have to draw one line over here. Okay, then in the next case you can see in the last 10 ODI it has taken how much of percentage? 78%. So 78 will be somewhere here. You can see here, you can see a small boxes over here. So this is 75, we have to count 76, 77, 78. So you will get 78 line here. Okay, and you have to draw the bars over here. Let me show you how. Okay, you can see here in this way you have to draw the bars here, and let me mark this with bars to show the difference between both the bars. Okay. Okay, next second team. Which was the second team here? Australia. It has taken how much? 61%, and here it has taken 40%. So here we have to use 61%. We have to leave one gap here, and here we have to use 61%. You can see over here 60 is given, and the very above line here, this is nothing but for 61%. And here in the second column you have to mark for 40%, and you have to draw the bars over here. Okay, just say it looks like this. Okay, and the second one will be marked by again bars here to show the difference in both the things. Okay, so let us write here first team was nothing but here South Africa. Here the second team was nothing but Australia. Okay, now let us move towards the third team. The third team is nothing but Sri Lanka. It is having 54% and 38%. So let us mark 54%. We have to leave one more here, and we have to mark 54% here. 54, you can see 50, this is 50. So 51, 52, 53 and 54. 54 comes somewhere here. 54% and one more was 38%. So below, beside that you have to see for 38%. So 38% will come somewhere here. Okay. Now let us join this bars. Okay, then let me mark here. Okay, so this is for the team Sri Lanka. Okay, next one, which is the fourth team. Fourth team is nothing but New Zealand. It is 47 and 50. Similar way you have to mark all this, and let me show you how the graph looks like. Okay, you can see the graph after plotting it, how it looks like. So New Zealand, it was at 47 and 50. Here it was England was for 46 and 50. Here it was Pakistan was for 45 and 44, and West Indies was for 44 and 30, whereas the last one India was for 43 and 61. Okay, you can see after plotting the graphs looks like this. Okay, here you have to mark it as x-axis. This is teams. Okay, this is the given teams here on x-axis, and on the y-axis you can see here y-axis is marked here, and on the y-axis percentage wins is been plotted. Okay, so here you have to write the scale, that is a single box you have to show, and here you have to write what was the first one here. You have shown the first one here, so you have to write from championship to World Cup. Championship to World Cup, and one more box you have to draw with a bars to show that last 10 ODIs. Okay, so this is the final look of the graph. I hope you have understood this. If you are having any doubts, comment me down below, and please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.